serve on this Board of Education, Lord, to work with this group of people. Lord, we ask you to bless us tonight, Lord, and help us to make the right decisions, Lord. Continue to watch over us, Lord, our teachers, our administrators, Lord, and all of our students. Lord, just thank you and use us according to your will and your way. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just leave it on there.
Superintendent's update.
Yes, sir. If we could get the lights, thank you. If you'll look up here at our PowerPoint, we're going to start off by talking about our wrestling team. They have been working hard to get better each day. The varsity has placed 4th in the Battle at the Beach tournament in Glenn County on November 22nd and 9th in the Yellow Jacket Duels on December 2nd and 3rd in Hazelhurst. The JV team placed 3rd in the Stinger Slam at Jeff Davis High School. Our next wrestling match is this Thursday in Bacon County at 5 o'clock. Next, our basketball season is in full swing. The varsity girls had a huge win in their first region game against Applin Friday night. Our varsity boys had big wins against Wayne, McIntosh, and Lanier. We have an important region game tomorrow night in Pierce County with JV girls starting at 4:15 and varsity games beginning at 6. We need our Heron fans to come out and support as we go to face the Bears. Next slide. We had several schools that had their Thanksgiving lunches since our last meeting. On this side, you can see some families from Waynesville Primary School, and the next slide, also, we have families from Nahunta Primary School enjoying their Thanksgiving lunch at school. The next slide reveals some Christmas cheer from Nahunta Elementary School. You can see Christmas concert pictures of our 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students from Nahunta Elementary, Atkinson Elementary, and Hoboken Elementary. Also, the bottom pictures are of sharpers and workers at the annual NES Santa Shop. Our Brantley County Middle School FBLA has been busy competing again. Recently, 11 FBLA members attended the Fall Leadership Conference in Athens. The students enjoyed workshops where they learned leadership skills and participated in the annual Monopoly tournament to raise funds for the March of Dimes. Several Brantley County Middle School students won awards. Brian Rios and Joshua Waldron won first place in Parliamentary Procedure Concepts. And the team of Jacob Yeomans, Christopher Steedley, and Brian Rios won first place in FBLA Concepts. We also had our elementary district tech fair this past Monday. And on December 5th, the Brantley County Middle School will have their tech fair. And we're hoping at our next meeting we'll be able to have some of our first and second place winners from the elementary schools here to be able to present to you. The top 2 in each category per grade will advance to the Okefenokee Regional Tech Fair, which is January 21st at Blackshear Elementary. The next slide, Hoboken Elementary School sent in their Tech Fair winners. They had 27 first place winners and 18 second place winners. We actually had winners from all over the district. Atkinson Elementary School and Nahunta Elementary School had first and second place winners as well. Our next slide, great news. We have a slide celebrating recent accomplishments at Atkinson Elementary School. The top picture shows some outstanding AES students who chose to spend their PBIS points on a lunch date with Dr. Lorianne Lee. The bottom left picture features Mr. Josh Rao giving some of his tech winners the good news. And the bottom picture shows AES and WPS administrators celebrating their fabulous increase in CCRPI score. Atkinson Elementary School went up 6 points. They not only had the high CCRPI in Brantley, but they were also 3rd in the RESA of all elementary schools. Kudos to Atkinson Elementary School. I also want to brag on Brantley County Middle School and Brantley County High School. They also had gains in their CCRPI. Brantley County High School went up 8 points, and Brantley County Middle School was ranked 2nd in the RESA among middle schools. So great job. Next slide. Our sixth grade Quest students were able to participate in an amazing opportunity through the NASA Challenger Learning Center. Our students had the opportunity to experience an e-mission. Operation Monsterot allows participants to fill the roles of earth science experts. The participants become members of the volcano, hurricane, evacuation, or communication team during the 2-hour electronic mission. Next slide. The last slide shows some students and teachers who gave up weekend time to have a study blitz session for the end of the course tests that were given today at the high school. Another volunteer blitz session was held this afternoon in preparation for tomorrow's testing sessions. We commend our Brantley County High School staff for going above and beyond to do whatever is necessary to help kids be successful. Thank you. That concludes my superintendent's update.
All right. Any public participation? If not, we're gonna move right along. Approval of the agenda. Any additions to the agenda? See, that's what it is. Is that, you wanna add something, take something off? Not? I need a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
I make a motion to accept.
And a
I'll
second.
second it.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Disposition of the minutes on page 3. Is there any corrections or need a motion to accept them?
I make a motion.
And a second.
I second.
Any further comments, questions, opinions?
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Good job.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Monthly financials for November on page 17. Need a motion to accept the financial reports
I make a motion to accept.
and a second.
I'll second.
Any questions, comments?
You know what that CDW government is?
CDW, that's the computers.
Science and computers.
Is that?
CDW is computers.
Computers from.
Anything else? Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. The school financial reports for October on page 28. And I need a motion to accept them.
I make a motion to accept.
I'll take it.
Any comments, questions? Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Athletic receipt reports on page 109. No, we don't vote on them. We move along to the SPOS report. Somebody like to read that one?
$128,640.14.
Sounds good. Move on to the action item.
Action items. Action item number 11, school nurse charting software. I recommend to approve the bid of $8,850 from Health Master to purchase charting software for school nurses.
You hear the superintendent's recommendation. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
And a second.
I second.
Comments, questions? It's just a better record keeping for the nurses.
Yes, sir. And that cost will be split among the schools.
Anyone else? Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Number 12.
Action item 12, an overnight band trip. I recommend to approve an overnight band trip to Tampa to perform at the Museum of Science and Industry.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. And a second.
I second.
Any comments, questions?
So that is what each student has to come up with.
But they do fundraisers, right?
Well, and we're gonna
That's
talk,
after it.
right now, we're just approving the trip that they can go, but we'll be talking with Mr. Bagley about the cost per kid if they're gonna do any more fundraisers.
I think they do have some scheduled. Some more.
Yeah, band is doing awesome.
Yes, they are.
Anyone else? Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 13, Board Policy JRA, Student Data Complaint, second reading. I recommend to approve the second reading of the Board Policy JRA, Student Data as presented.
I make a motion to accept.
And a second.
I second.
And any questions, comments?
It's in compliance with the state, right?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Mr. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Action item 14.
Action item 14, lawn care. I recommend to approve T&H Lawn Service to provide lawn care service as presented.
Yeah, the superintendent's recommendation. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation.
And a second.
I second.
Any comments, questions?
Did, I noticed on a couple of these, it said they were getting, quotes on their insurance, and none of them come in, other than the one in the paper article said that they needed to provide all that information, correct? I noticed, I don't know which one of them said that they would bring it by Friday, or could get it by Friday, and only one gave you everything they needed, yeah?
Two. Any more? Anything else?
One for good job.
Do you think there's gonna be any problem with keeping up with all of this lawn?
Cause they already currently do the other portion,
No.
correct?
Anything else? Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Personnel.
All right. I'd like to recommend that the board accept the following resignations. Tracy Pearman, Media Specialist at Nahum Elementary School. Jeffrey Wainwright, School Nutrition Program Food Assistant. Tanya Thomas, School Nutrition Program Food Assistant. Dawn Cruz, Payroll Secretary at Board of Education.
You hear the superintendent's recommendation. Do I hear a motion?
I make the motion.
And a second.
I second.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I would like to recommend the transfer of Miss Becky O'Berry to transfer from Assistant Secretary at Nahum Primary School to Assistant Secretary at Brantley County High School.
I make a motion, we accept the superintendent's recommendation.
And a second.
I second.
Mr. Wiley?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Cindy?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. And I'd like to recommend to hire Dr. Kim Morgan from January the 1st of 2017 to December the 31st of 2019. I need a motion on that.
I'll make the
What you
motion.
hiring her for?
The superintendent of Brandon County School Systems, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Gonna make
I was
sure.
just trying to run through that, I'm sorry, I want to get it right. Before our school superintendent of Brandon County Schools.
Can I set a motion or what?
No, need a motion.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did, I'm sorry. Need a
I'll
second,
second.
okay. Mr. Wiley,
Yes.
Miss Brenda,
Yes.
Mr. David,
Yes.
Miss Cindy,
Yes,
and the chair votes yes.
most definitely.
And we need a motion to adjourn.
Can I say something?
Yes,
I
do you?
won't take but a minute.
Okay, I hear you.
I want to thank everybody in here that is an administrator, a teacher, a worker, or whatever. I think that we have great leadership right now. I think Ms. Kim's doing a great job, and I think it's trickling right on down to all the schools. I want to thank Mr. Joe and your wife for your
Absolutely.
contribution, because y'all done this for a long time, and I'm gonna miss seeing you out there, but I understand. So, I hope every one of y'all have a wonderful Christmas.
I want to say something too. This is my last meeting, going off the board, I will run again, but it's been a pleasure and an honor. Y'all really have been spectacular, easy to work with. All y'all have given your time, effort. Thank y'all for our gifts and just always your planning and how y'all consider us and just support us. Y'all made it easy for us being on here, and it's just been a blessing and a pleasure and a blessing to be here with y'all. And I'm gonna miss y'all, but I'm gonna, still keep up with y'all and pray for y'all and just expect great things from all y'all. So it's been a pleasure.
She gonna come back to participate in public participation.
I'll bring them flowers or money, David said, because they've earned, they need it.
I like that idea.
Now, can I,
They do a great job. It's been a pleasure working with all of y'all too. Y'all know I love you guys. I'm gonna miss y'all.
Hush before you start crying.
I'm good. I'm good.
You ain't gonna make her cry.
Yeah, she will.
I love all y'all.
We're gonna miss you.
Thank y'all. Y'all
are
be,
y'all through talking yet?
Teresa's here. She'll do a great job.
I make a motion with adjourn.
In a second.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Ah.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank y'all.